Feeling really good right now. Had 2 weeks now of playing full court basketball, 5-on-5. Um, Pretty much no restrictions. Still trying to kind of keep a progression of how much time and how much load I'm putting on that ankle. But for the most part, I mean, feeling very, very well. Just excited to be out there. It's so much fun being able to play again and play with my teammates. And these past 2 weeks and the next probably month or so will be good to kind of get back into the game, feel the rhythm, the timing, different things like that. But feel pretty good.
How close are you to 100%, Gordon?
I mean, I would say I'm basically 100%. There's certain things that I think are going to take time, even if I was 100% healthy. Not 100% as far as basketball-wise, just because I haven't played in a year. So trying to figure those things out. The last step for me is, as far as from a physical standpoint, is like the little explosion, that little last juice bounce that you get. And so that's going to take maybe the longest time. But like I said, for the most part, I feel very good.
What was the rehab process like for you?
How difficult was it for you to sit and watch?
Yeah, I mean, it was the most difficult thing I've done. I've been very blessed. Haven't had an injury like this in my basketball career, and so to have to sit and watch, not be with the team and just do rehab every day was extremely difficult for me. I've told multiple people that the hardest part of this whole process has been the mental challenge. I mean, having to just fight through not being able to play and do the tedious task of just the rehab, and that whole process is something I don't hope to have to go through again. So
last year you talked about how you were kind of down for a while. You had some tough thoughts. How have you recovered from that? Is there...
Yeah, I mean, it's especially right when it happens. There definitely are some dark days, some days where you just don't know if you're going to be the same player, kind of what's on the horizon, what's the future look like. I think having a family helped me get through that. Having my faith helped me get through that as well. Puts things into perspective for you, and you have to find the joy in the little things of the rehab. Doing different drills that you're doing in rehab, like picking up marbles and different things like that, trying to compete and find some sort of happiness. Just being around the facility when the guys were in town, joking with the staff members, different things like that really kind of kept my spirits up.
Do you fully expect?
How is it now, just in terms of being able to play 5-on-5? How much does that bridge your spirit?
Yeah, I mean, each step along this journey there's been points in time where I get to do different things. Like the first time that I was able to get out of the boot and walk normally. Then the first time that I was able to jog, and I hit a point in time where then I had to do a second surgery, and that kind of brought me back down a little bit. But after that, it's been amazing with just the different, like I said, the different steps that in each step I get some joy, and so now we're kind of at that final step of playing 5-on-5, and it's I enjoy practicing. I enjoyed putting in the work because last year I wasn't able to.
Do you expect to be on the floor in the season opener?
Yeah, 100%. I expect to be out there. I think this is what this time is for me to kind of find my groove a little bit. Like I said, you can do all the drills you want, all the cardio, the jumping, agility stuff, but there's nothing like playing 5-on-5. So when I play out here with my teammates, when I get into practice situations, that's going to be the best. Playing in the preseason games, that'll be the best, work I can get.
Gordon, you said through the rehab process that you would just set small goals for yourself each and every day to accomplish. What did you learn about yourself as a player that maybe you didn't already know through your rehab and recovery?
I think when you go through a process like this, you just find out that, if you want to get back to the player that you were, it takes a lot of effort, and there's days. I think you find the fight within yourself, because there's so many days where, I wake up and it's like, man, here we go again. Another day I'm driving in. It was freezing cold weather here in Boston, below zero, going into the facility, and the team's in, LA, or they're in Miami or whatever, and they're playing, and I'm picking up marbles and putting them into a bucket. I'm standing on one leg and doing balance drills. I'm, shooting from a chair. Like all that stuff, to be able to get up and do it every single day and do it a little bit longer the next day and do it a little bit better the next day and slowly work off getting out of the chair and getting out of the boot, and now I can stand and shoot, and then I can do one dribble and shoot, and just the long process. I mean, it was a process and a journey, and I'm still not there yet, but it just, like I said, helped me find kind of the fight in myself.
How anxious are you to find out how good this team can be with you coming back with Kyrie and
Yeah.
the rest of your teammates?
Very anxious. I mean, watching the guys last year, it just gave me a lot of confidence in our team and what I think we have the ability to do, to accomplish, playing with some of them these last 2 weeks. I mean, we have some talent on this team. We have a lot of depth, and it's going to be a fun year.
3 more questions.
Can you just talk about the support you've gotten from your teammates, fans, your coaches throughout this process and what it's meant to you?
Yeah, the support has been unbelievable. Besides just my family, having teammates check in, having guys come over to the house. I can remember Aaron Baines. I'm a big donut guy. I like donuts. That's like my cheat food. And I remember he brought Krispy Kremes back from a road trip and drove them over to the house. And just simple things like that mean a lot to me. Means a lot to my family too, that people care, and also the fans too. I mean, they've been sending so much fan mail and kind of trying to lift up my spirits, and how some of them are going through the exact same journey that them being hurt, and we're kind of going through that together, and that's been a really cool thing for me to see, and how so many people get hurt, and I was kind of working my way through it with them, and so I think that was a cool way for me to connect with fans and the coaching staff too. I can't say enough about the coaching staff and the other members of our staff that helped me throughout the year. Every single day, like I said, getting in there at 6, 7 a.m. and not leaving till 2 in the afternoon, doing like a tedious drills and pool sessions, and going out to San Diego with me, and sacrificing a lot for me was amazing.
Gordon, what's your position on starting? If you talk to Brad at all about that, obviously a lot of guys that have started.
Yeah, it's not something I'm worried about at all. I think we're worried about winning and putting another banner up behind you. Like I said, we have so much depth, we have so much talent. Doesn't matter who starts for me. My goal is to help us get that banner.
Last question.
Fear or anxiety? The way a baseball hitter gets beamed, they might be a little nervous the next time. Do you play with any fear or anxiety about your injury?
So far, no. I haven't had any fear as far as cutting or jumping, anything like that. I think it's just working my way back into a groove, finding the different rhythms, the timings of the game. I mean, I've played 4 times 5-on-5, so after not playing for a year. So that part is going to take some time, and just figuring out, like I said, those timings, those different things that over the years when you just play, it just comes naturally. And when you take a long break like that, you got to kind of find it again. So that's what I'm using this time for. Like I said, I'll use preseason, and then I'll be rolling.
How many times have you watched your injury, and have you put it completely out of your mind?
Yeah, no, I haven't watched it. I scrolling through Instagram, you know how today's social media works. I've seen it on my search feed a little bit, but I have not watched the video. I don't plan on watching the video. I'm moving forward past it.
Great. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.